Hi, everyone. My name is Karen Shalev, and I'm so excited to meet all of you today. I am a junior here at Worcester State. I'm actually from Worcester, and I double major in visual and performing arts and communication. Hopefully, we have some of those majors here today. And as far as involvement on campus, I'm a presidential student ambassador. I'm involved in student government. And I'm also the co-founder and president of Chabad on campus. If we have anyone who's Jewish and looking for that. And I'm super excited that you'll get to meet my friends here. And we are so excited to welcome you to Worcester State.
Go ahead, Tiana.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tiana Mikulski. I'm from Springfield, Mass. I'm currently a junior here at Worcester State University, major in history, minor in political science with a concentration in global studies. I'm also a president student ambassador as well. And I'm also a member of the community leadership engagement here at Worcester State. And a fun fact about me that I write poems.
And then we'll have Anna and Abby go.
Hi guys, so my name is Anna Johnson. I am the student trustee at Worcester State University. I am a junior. I major in sociology with a minor in pre-law, which is an exciting program. I'm also a chairperson for Christian Fellowship and Terror Alliance at Worcester State. I sit on various governance committee at Worcester State, the Bias Incident Response Team, and academic policy. So I'm very well-rounded, like all my friends here today. We're just really excited that you guys are here, and congratulations on being accepted to Worcester State.
So I'm Abby Poplawski. I'm a sophomore, and I double major in elementary education and psychology, along with a concentration in developmental processes. I'm involved in the Presidential Student Ambassador Program, along with Best Buddies and Jumpstart here on campus. A fun fact about me is that I love going out to eat, and if you come here, you'll be in Worcester, and there's so many small places, so many chain places, you can always go out to eat somewhere.
Thank you. We will definitely give you some restaurant recommendations when you come here. So we're going to have Tiana start us off. Tiana, can you talk about why did you choose to attend Worcester State? And if you could talk a little bit about your college search process.
So the reason why I chose Worcester State personally was the fact when I came here for congratulations day, right off the bat, I got introduced to the community leadership program where I was like, okay, so I'm not that nervous anymore because I feel comfortable at the fact that there's someone that's like reaching out to me. I'm a first generation student, so I'm like, you know what? Okay, this is a place for me. And right off the bat, 2 weeks into my semester, it was like the best experience for me. So Worcester State, to be honest, had made a place like a home for me personally. And so far in terms of when I was for the college process, I would say it was hard, but the fact that I had to just find a place where I was comfortable and that where I could like grow like culturally and social wise. So yeah, guys, if you're looking forward to coming to Worcester State and you want to get more experience of like culture wise or meet other persons from different cultural background, Worcester State is your home.
Thank you. So I'm going to turn over to Karen. What are you involved in on campus? And I know you're involved in quite a few things. So just for the sake of time, I'll have you choose one or two things to talk about and share with the group.
Absolutely. So I am involved with a lot on campus, as Tiana mentioned. That's one of the great things about Worcester State, actually, is there's so many things for you to get involved with. So I am a presidential student ambassador, like my friends here on the call. And what it is it's a leadership opportunity where you get to directly represent President Maloney, the president of the university. And we get to attend events and meet with students like you. This is my favorite event, don't tell anyone else. And we really get to grow as leaders. And it's a really, really wonderful leadership opportunity. I'm also involved with student government with Anna, who's our student trustee. And student government is really the place where if you want to be involved on campus and you want to make a difference on campus, that's definitely the place to be. We have elections every spring for current students, and in the fall, when you'll be starting, you'll have the opportunity to run for freshman senator positions. So super, super exciting. And there's a lot more opportunities on campus, but for the sake of time, I won't include them all. But I would love to know, what are you all interested? Are you involved in high school? Are you looking to get involved in things on here at Worcester State? Let me know in the chat.
Yeah, if anyone wants to put in their chat things they want to get involved in college, maybe one of our student panelists can talk about that and how you can get involved. So write something that you're interested in doing, or maybe you're something involved with now, and we'll definitely get you connected. All right, so I'm going to turn over to Anna. Anna, talk a little bit about why did you choose Worcester State? And I know you've utilized various resources on campus, so talk about what resources are available to students.
I don't know if I can top Karen and Tiana, but I'm gonna try my best. So I chose Worcester State. So first I came to Worcester. I came to live in Worcester in 2017, and I was a junior in high school. And it was a really tough process because everybody was ahead of me and ahead of the game, and I really wanted to be in the game. So my first choice at Worcester State was doing dual enrollment. I applied for dual enrollment, and I did get accepted to dual enrollment at Worcester State. So that was the part of, like, kind of knowing Worcester State campus and kind of getting the feel of the people on Worcester State campus. But I still wasn't convinced because being from Worcester, I wanted to leave Worcester and I wanted to fly away. But then I met Dr. Lewis, who worked in the education department at Worcester State University. He kind of it was just almost like someone really cared. Someone cared about the process. And I always tell students, do you want to go to a school that is willing to see you succeed, or a school that is gonna, just let you leave down the road? And Worcester State was willing to see me succeed as a student personally, and as a Black student, because financial issue is hard, and being a first generation American coming to America, and my parents went to school in Africa. So being in America and not knowing the process, I had people like Latch Me and Dr. Lewis teach me how to work my financial aid, teach me how to advocate for more financial aid. That was that was the bomb, because, you want more money, how do you do it? And you have people showing you the ropes and how to do it. So coming to Worcester State for me, being my choice, was just finding that community that accepted me, that community that was willing to work with me and was willing to give me a chance. And being at Worcester State so far has just been amazing, because I've had so many amazing opportunities. I've had so many leadership opportunities. And being at Worcester State as a freshman, one thing I really do like is they don't keep opportunities from you to your junior. You can start being that leader you are as a freshman. So that's the one part of why I chose Worcester State. So if you want to tell me why you chose Worcester State, you can just let me know in the chat, whether because of the food in Worcester, the colleges in Worcester, or just because you really do love Worcester State.
Awesome. Yeah, we have quite a few students who are interested in student council, musical theater, school newspaper, dance, BSU. And we have all of those. And maybe at the end of the session, we can do some email exchanges and talk a little bit further. So I'm going to turn the next question over to Abby. I know you really enjoy your major here at Worcester State. So you could talk about a little bit about what you love about your major and how you're getting experience within your major.
All right, so like I said before, I'm an elementary education major, and so I have millions of these little notebooks that I used to have. So this is I don't know if you can see, it says 2011. So when I was younger, I would come home from school and I would line up all my toys. I would have my sister and I would write down what we did in school that day. And I would just teach at a very young age. So I have so many of these notebooks from years ago. So I've pretty much always known that I wanted to be a teacher. It was just a matter of finding what age I wanted to teach and everything like that. So I'm incorporated with Jumpstart, and that kind of gave me the opportunity to work with younger kids. So you go into a low-income preschool in Worcester and you help read and give them all of these utensils that they might not have to help them get ready for kindergarten. So that really helped me figure out that I want to work with the younger kids, not really early childhood, but the younger aged elementary kids. And there's just so many different classes to take too to help with your major. So this semester I'm taking multicultural literature. So you're kind of learning how to incorporate all these different cultures into your classroom library, stuff like that. And a great way to get experience is to substitute teach, which it's scary at first because you kind of walk in, you don't really know what to expect, but you get so much experience. I've worked with grades preschool all the way up to 5th grade. So I've kind of learned all all these different things. I've been not a substitute teacher. I've been a gym teacher, which I could never do for my whole job, but it's really great. You get to meet other staff members, you get to have sources to go to, and it's really great. There's so many schools here in Worcester that you could apply for subbing, and there's even schools in your hometown or nearby, but I definitely recommend substitute teaching to help gain experience.
Thank you, Abby. So I'd also like to, if anyone has questions for our student panelists, feel free to write them down. I'll continue with my questions, but we definitely want to hear from you. I just want to give out a shout out to Julia Allen, who cannot wait to come to Worcester State. Yay! I just saw that in the chat, so I wanted to share that. All right, so Tiana, I know you live on campus. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to live on campus and maybe things you might do in your spare time, if you have spare time? I know you're a very busy person.
Well, live on campus, personally, for me, is like a little stepping stone to adulthood, because there are certain things you have so much free time, you don't have like your parents around telling you what to do. So that part is good. So if you guys are interested, let's like want to leave home and don't want like mom and daddy to give me all this instruction, that's a good thing to live on campus. But also you get this like phenomenal experience with like so much individuals from different cultural background. That's what kind of helped me to like stay here in Worcester, because I'm just exposed to two different, like so much culture, and it's like so amazing. And as like a history major, that kind of helps me to like broaden my interpretation of like other how I interpreted my studies personally. So I believe living on campus helps me to grow, and I think it also helps with my involvement, because I can tell like the time, if I was a commuter, I don't think I could be able to attend events maybe at like 6 o'clock or 7:30 at night. So that also helps me. And I noticed that someone they were interested in the school newspaper. My sophomore and freshman year, I actually wrote for the school newspaper. So if that person wants more further information on that, they could like put a question in the chat and I'll answer that for them.
Thank you, Tiana. I don't see any questions yet, so I'll just keep asking until someone asks one. But Karen, can you talk have you ever done any internships or research that you could tell us about?
So I have actually done both internships and research here at Worcester State. So as a double major, the very first thing that I knew I wanted to do from the beginning was to combine my majors, right? Visual and performing arts and communication. I was like, I need to find a way to bring these two together. And this semester, I have the most amazing opportunity to be the communication intern for the visual and performing arts department. And I really get to fulfill my passion of public relations and writing for the visual and performing arts department. And I know someone brought up like musical theater. We have a very active theater department here at Worcester State and a music department. And I get to be involved in the theater productions, and I get to do my internship. And as far as research, actually, there's a lot of very interesting interdisciplinary programs offered here at Worcester State. And one of them is a new program called the Entrepreneurship Ambassadors Program, which it's just started. We're right in the second semester of it. And it offers you an opportunity to work with students from all across campus, freshmen to seniors, different majors, and work together. And my team was assigned research into business trends about COVID-19. And the research we found so many amazing things that this semester, I'm actually using it for my Commonwealth Honors presentation. We have an honors program here at Worcester State. And if you do a presentation along with take a certain number of honors classes, then you get Commonwealth Honors. These were two opportunities I never knew would have happened. I didn't know they were available. But internship and research, you are going to have plenty of opportunities here at Worcester State, both within and outside of your major. And I know there are a lot of questions coming in now, so I'm going to send it back to you, Tiana.
No, this is great. I think you're all doing such a great job about talking that now people are really engaged. So I do have, let's see, a question here from Tammy. I'm going to throw it over to Anna, if you don't mind. How easy or difficult was it to transition from high school to college? Was it intimidating or was it easy to feel like part of the community?
I think for me, it was easy. I am just all over the place. And I am so, but I first, before coming to Worcester State, after I took the enrollment, I also did a summer bridge program with a multicultural office. So I did an 8 weeks program on campus. I lived on campus before coming to school in the fall. So I lived on campus and did that. So I got to meet people, and I got to meet Tiana, and I got to meet Krish at that program. So it was just like I already stayed on campus. So coming on campus, my transition was easy. But going to classes, it was a different feel because I had to learn how to remanage my time. I had to learn how to schedule my time to be an effective college student, because it was different from coming from high school. Like my high school teachers, like, they were amazing. I didn't really have a lot of work in high school, but then college, I realized I was responsible for teaching myself most of the time, and I had to be prepared for all my classes. So it was definitely not an easy process because I had to relearn how to be a student in the college setting, but I had a lot of help from different offices and different resources. And Worcester State have a lot of that. Your professors are willing to work with you. They're willing to give you extra time. They're willing to work with you in office hours. We have the writing center. We have the math center. So if you're not good at writing, you go to the writing center. And then sometimes your professors, we have something called staffage. Like they kind of send you like encouragement on staffage just so that, you know that you're not alone in the process. And if you're going through something, you tell your professors and they're willing to work with your schedule and your time. And then you have offices like, they have bio tutors. There's just a lot of Worcester State Academic Center offer peer tutoring. So you get to get paired with someone who was in the class before and they help you through your class. So it wasn't easy, but at Worcester State, I found the right resources that helped me navigate that system.
Thank you, Anna. That was very helpful for our students. I think the point there is that we definitely want you to have a good transition and transition well. So there's services and resources for you to make that transition. So, be proactive. The staff and faculty and the students are very friendly. So definitely reach out if you ever have questions. Another question we have is about study away or study abroad. I don't think anyone on this panel has studied away, right? Is that correct? I do want to say we do have a study away, a study abroad office where we do have tons of students that go away. We just so happen the 4 students are here today have not. If you want to come back tomorrow at 7 p.m., there's going to be different student panelists. And I know one of them has studied away. So if you want to come back and hear their perspective, happy to do so. If you want to call our office, but know that you can study anywhere in the globe. We send students all over Europe, Asia, Africa, Central, South America. Another question is about, let's see, commuting. When you commute, could you explain how it is? Oh, so I know Karen, and you must commute, right, Karen? Or Anna?
I do commute. This is my very lovely home office here, and I know Anna also commutes. Anna, do you want to take this question?
Oh yeah, I do commute. I am at school really early, and being a commuter, I just want to say it doesn't stop you from being involved. Like I am carrying our commuters and we're involved in almost everything I can imagine on campus. It just opened more opportunity because sometimes some programs are more accommodating to commuters and you're kind of involved in those programs. The bus stop is right in front of our campus. So like you get to go to the bus and there are bus, like, the screen at Worcester State tells you when the bus is leaving. So you're not late for the bus. You kind of get to the bus on time because it's right there. We have like 2 different bus stations at our north and south entrance of the campus. So it's right in front of the campus, which is good. And I stay on campus a lot, and being a commuter is really fun just because you get to come on campus from Monday to Friday and kind of just stay on campus. Like I said, in the lodge, we have like commuters lodge, so you don't have to carry your stuff around. You can sit down, you can relax, you can take a nap. There's a student center. You can go to the student center and people are sitting there doing homework. Like where Tiana is sitting right now, it's like the student AUG suite. People go in there to use the laptop and do their homework who are commuters. So it's really an all-rounded place where it's like really, it's easy to commute and it's easy to be dedicated to what you want to be dedicated to, even if you're a commuter. And I think
Karen, do you want to add anything? Oh, thank you, Anna. Awesome. Did you want to add anything, Karen?
Anna is very, very eloquent. I don't think there's much more I could add except that I agree with absolutely everything she said.
Awesome. So there's another question. I'm going to give this one over to Abby. Someone wants to know what other options are there for food besides the dining common, and do you like the other options? So I know you mentioned food, so I think you know a little bit about it.
So we have a few different things on campus. It looks a little different this year with the virus and everything, but we have the Lancer Loft, and that is right now open during the day, and that you spend your dining dollars. So on your Worcester State ID, you have common funds and dining dollars. Common funds, you can use those for things like laundry, printing papers. There's vending machines, you can use the common funds for those. And then dining dollars you can use at the Lancer Loft. And Lancer Loft right now, with the virus, we used to have a food court. They kind of incorporated the food court into the Lancer Loft right now. So you can order sushi, and there's an app on your phone. You can get sushi, you can get sandwiches, you can get anything you want there. And then when that closes a few hours later, we have the convenience store in the first year dining hall. So it's usually called the C store, and they have pre-made sandwiches. They have packs of sushi. They have any groceries you may need. They have ice cream. They have frozen dinners. They have everything there. They're open until like 12 or 1 in the morning too. So those are the options we have here. And then there are lots of places around campus. So when you you have to make your decision on campus for your food plan, don't go with the highest one because you might not eat at the dining hall all the time. You might go to the Big Y or go to Price Chopper and get frozen dinners. You might have a bunch of stuff, and there's so many options that you might not always go to the pod and use your swipes.
So I wanted to add something what Abby was saying, because with our ID, you can actually with your common funds, I think you can buy from Applebee's, CVS, and a pizza shop, right? Yeah. So
Yeah,
with
and
you,
then
if you don't want to come on campus, there's a CVS right up the street from our campus. There's a pizza shop right down the street, and there's Applebee's, I think, on Parker Street. So the your ID gives you if any of these closed shops buy, you can go if you want to buy food. You don't have to get on campus, and there's Uber Eats too, so you can order food and they bring it to your door.
Thank you. There is a question about the honors program, and I know Karen, you're in it. We do have an honors session. If you go to our schedule, you can see when that's going to be offered. If you've been accepted into the honors program, you can attend that session, but I'll let Karen talk a little bit about it. Are you in it, and how challenging is the work, would you say? And are there study groups too?
So I love this question about the honors program because when I was accepted to Worcester State, I did not do my homework about the honors program. I was invited into it from the beginning, and I declined it because I thought it was going to be extra work and extra classes, and that I really wouldn't get much out of it. So fast forward, a year and a half or so, and I have friends who are all in the honors program, and they're doing these amazing research initiatives, and they're having so much fun in their classes, and they're working one-on-one with faculty members. And I was like, wait, what's going on? So they explained to me about the honors program, and then I eventually joined. So the honors program is really amazing. It's called the Commonwealth Honors Program here at Worcester State. If you join as a freshman, I believe it's 7 classes that you have to take. But if you decide you don't want to join as a freshman, that's totally fine. You can do what I did and join later. And then it's 6 classes that you have to take. And the great thing about the honors program here at Worcester State is that you make it what you want it to be. So you really get to work one-on-one with your faculty member to decide, what project do you want to do? What element do you want to do? It's not extra busy work. It's really work that challenges you as a student in a good way and encourages learning. And all of my honors courses have really made me a better person, not just a better student. So it's really personal, whatever classes you choose to take and whatever work you decide you want to do. And how challenging it is really up to you. Personally, I like to be challenged, but I'm able to find the good of the right amount. And I do want to add also, I mentioned this earlier, but in your junior or senior year, if you present research at a conference, Worcester State has a conference. There's one at UMass also, but the one here at Worcester State is called the Celebration of Scholarship and Creativity. If you present your research there and complete all your honors courses, then you become a Commonwealth Honors Scholar. I'm pretty sure I got that correct, Tiana, right? Okay. And then it shows up on your record. You get a special place in the commencement booklet. So I would really, really highly encourage those of you who were invited into the honors program and are thinking about it, join. You are not going to regret it at all. I absolutely love being part of the program. It's super enriching. And I think there was a question about study groups, and I believe those are through Academic Success Center. I don't know if one of the other presidential student ambassadors has more information.
I think for study groups, you create it yourself. So like for bio classes, sometimes your professor puts you guys in lab groups. So those lab groups take those time to create study groups. And when you go to like any of the like the common rooms that is a study room at Worcester State, you find a lot of people studying. Even in the library, like, you know, like as a bio student, like in the library when I went, people were studying, you could just sit there and join, and it just becomes a study group. So you're invited to any study group as long as people will have you. And people at Worcester State are really friendly. So they're not going to say, leave my study group. They're going to like invite you. And there's a whiteboard in the library that, you know, like we all go and we write. And so when someone sees you writing something that is pertaining to biology, chemistry, or sociology, people are going to definitely come join you. And especially if you guys are in different sections, it really brings you guys together, because you kind of learn what that person learned in the section that you were in, and they also learn from you from the section they were in. So study groups are just made, and every common room at Worcester State, there's a study group. You just have to find which one is your major and just join that.
Awesome. So I just want to, it's about 4:30. We'll probably do a few more questions. Again, feel free to use your chat box to answer any questions. And then we'll do a little wrap up, and we'll share some email addresses. But Tiana, can you talk a little bit about diversity on campus and why it's important, and how Worcester State, you know, handles that?
So in terms of diversity on campus, so Worcester State, I would say, is a very diverse campus, to be honest. And personally, for me, coming from Jamaica, so this year makes 4 years I'm in the country, and why I was saying it was kind of crazy for me, because I came here 2017, and I was like pushed into like high school my last year, and I'm like, okay, I don't know, where should I go for college and stuff like that. And it's kind of scary now. You come to Worcester for the first time, and you're like saying, oh, I don't see anyone who looks like me. But 2 weeks later into school, I'm like, wow, I see all these individuals like from Africa and other African American countries, and I'm like saying, you know what? I feel like there's a place like a home for me. And at the same time, I see individual like international students from like Pakistan, China, and I'm saying, wow, this is really amazing. So at the same time, I mentioned earlier to you guys that as a history major, when I'm introduced like these individuals from different ethnic backgrounds, it helps me to view my studies differently, both on a cultural and political perspective. So to be honest, Worcester State is a very diverse campus, and I trust me, you guys will not regret coming here. Like, you will not. You have individuals from different cultural background, and you guys will view life differently. And this also helps you not only academic wise, but culture and social wise. So when you leave college and you're going out there in the working world, you will view life differently. It will not be say it widens your perspective of how you see things around your community, and you can also help others to view life differently based on just the individuals or the circles that you have and the experience you have encountered here at Worcester State.
Thank you, Tiana. And then Abby, I know I've heard you talk about, having a favorite faculty member or faculty members, and can you talk about that experience?
Yeah, so Worcester State is really great for building relationships with your professors because the student to professor ratio is really small. So you get to have that one-on-one, you get to have close relationships with your classmates. It's a really great environment to be in, and a really great learning environment, even through Zoom and everything right now. My favorite professor is Gary Hagenbuch. He is an education professor, and he is the sweetest person ever. He wrote a recommendation letter for me. That's another great thing about the student faculty ratio, is that since you have this relationship with everyone, and since they know you so well, rather than being in a giant lecture hall and just being a number, they can easily write you a recommendation letter because they know who you are, they know how you work, they know pretty much everything like that. So he's one of my favorites. There's so many really great professors. I've never had any issue here on campus, but it's really a good experience to have.
Awesome, thank you. I know there's been some questions about the nursing program coming through the chat. My college did put in the link to the academic showcase happening for the nursing session. I think that would be a great time to visit to learn more about it, only because the student panelists here are not nursing majors. So I definitely want you to hear from our nursing majors directly. So check out that link if you're not available to go. We also have some other resources available on our website. Another person asked about nursing and honors. Again, go to the nursing session and see if any of these students are in the honors program. They could tell you a little bit more about that. Or you could also go to the honors session happening. And again, there's a full schedule. Someone gave a shout out for Jamaica. Hey, hey. Sorry, Kirsch.
No, you were cutting out, but you go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I don't know when I cut out.
We're good. We're good.
We're good. Okay, great. Are there any chemistry major Zoom sessions coming up? We will have some sessions coming up in April for this week in February. But Lauren, send us an email and we will put you in touch with one of our chemistry faculty members. They are a wonderful, fun bunch. They would love to hear from you. We might even have some options for you to sit in on a science class coming up in March or April. So Lauren, definitely, we're gonna put our contact information here. So just send us an email saying, hey, I'm interested in chemistry. I wanna reach out to the faculty. We'll tell you more about that. Okay, so I don't know if someone wants to take this question. With diversity at Worcester State, how is Worcester State working to support students of color and marginalized community, particularly at this time?
I want to take that, TWA.
Yeah, so that's a really good question. And I would say that every panelist here, we are working really hard to make sure that the conversation continues. Recently, the diversity office at Worcester State have what we call the racial equity conversations. This is a different conversation that holds different race background, and it also holds like a section for students of colors only, where students of colors are free, and it's a space where students of colors go to share their opinion and share their struggle. And Worcester State Student Board of Trustees recently put into their bylaws a diversity piece where it allows people to present on diversity issues at every board meeting. And Worcester State is part of the equity agenda of the Commission of Education, Commission Santiago. So Worcester State kind of work with other campuses and other places to make sure that students are something. And we have a lot of diversity conversation. We have a lot of diversity training. I know Karen Shalev, I like to call her Parliamentarian Shalev, also is working with like student government, where we are working to bring diversity training to all people in student government to allow them to understand diversity. And I think that a lot of time, Karen Shalev is also working with the diversity office when it comes to like diversity among Jewish students on campus, kind of also bringing up that conversation of those marginalized groups that we don't really get to hear about. So there's a lot of conversation, and I would tell you, a lot of students on campus are really working to push the agenda, and we really have a president that listens to people. So he's also really working with his team to push the agenda. So it's like whenever we have problems, there are people who are, tackling those problems and answering those questions for us. So as a student of color, and we also have a lot of things pertaining to Black student, like I did like 28 days of Black greatness with Worcester State this few days, and we did alumni magazine where we highlighted different Black alumni from Worcester State University. There's just a lot of things Worcester State is doing to keep those conversations at the forefront. So when it comes to student of color, Worcester State is working hard, and we cannot all be perfect. And I will not say Worcester State is 100% perfect, but Worcester State is putting in the work to make sure that all these voices are being heard.
Thank you, Anna, for taking the initiative to share that with our students. Very important. I do also just want to be conscious of time. We're coming close to an hour. We have a couple questions that I'll answer, but then I'm going to ask the panelists to write their full names and email addresses in the chat room. Right now, I know there was a question about after we've committed and, would we get an email as to when we can make our schedules? Absolutely. So once you've submitted your enrollment deposit, perhaps my colleague Kirsch can put the link to the, so students can submit their deposit. You can submit your deposit online. You can mail it to us. In your acceptance packet, you should have gotten information about depositing. Once you do that, we will contact you about setting up your schedule for classes. The sooner you do it, you'll get the early pickings for the classes, right? So you'll have more choices in terms of times and availability. So it's always nice to get a head start on that. There was some questions about maybe what is your favorite thing about Worcester State? So once the students have entered in their names and email addresses, feel free if anyone, any student resonated with you that you want to connect with. They're all, again, wonderful, amazing students. I'm happy to talk to you more about that. So save their email addresses and reach out to them. Let's see, I want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. So what I'll do is I'm going to ask all of our student panelists just to kind of wrap up by saying, what are your favorite things to do on or off campus? I'll let folks, our participants, if you want to log off, you're welcome to log off at the end. But if you want to stay on and answer a few more questions, we're happy to do so. So I know, how about Abby? What are some things that you do on or off campus, and just kind of wrap up?
I have so there's lots of colleges in Worcester. So I have friends and family that go to the surrounding colleges. So I'll sometimes go there. Like I said many times, there's places to go out to eat. There was a midnight basketball game last year. That was one of the best things. It was the opening game for the boys season, and it was a midnight game at Clark, and that was so much fun. So hopefully we'll get back to normal soon, but there's definitely lots of stuff, even with the pandemic, that Worcester State is trying to help us get all included and be able to enjoy our college experience.
Awesome. How about Karen? What do you do on or off campus?
My favorite thing to do off campus is play with my dog because she's the cutest thing ever. But on campus, I loved the group exercise classes, especially the Zumba classes. They were, ignore my sister in the background. She also goes to Worcester State, by the way. They were a really great way to hang out and get exercise with a bunch of friends, and I'm really looking forward to getting back to it.
Awesome. And then Tiana, how about just quickly, what's one of your favorite things that you love about Worcester State?
One of them, can you repeat the question?
Sorry if I cut out. What can you tell the group one of your favorite things about Worcester State?
I would say the people, because
Right.
being here, it's just like a second home for me. I'm 1 hour away from Worcester, but like, I feel like I've become a part of Worcester State family, and it doesn't even matter, like, even though I'm in a different major, my groups, bio major, psychology major, is like coming together. I feel this family bond, and it's not like we grew up together, but just like a whole semester can change your life at Worcester State.
And Anna, why don't you end it with, do you have any advice for the group as they go on their college search?
I think my advice will be to listen, to ask questions to college admissions officers, and to look for what's best for you. A campus where you can have both words, like, you can have good finances, they're keeping you, their retention rate. I think a lot of time we don't look at retention rate, but retention rate as students is really important. What the retention rate is, it's a college that is able to help you, work with you until graduation, and Worcester State have a really good retention rate. But when you go out to look at other college, make sure you're looking at the retention rate. Make sure you're talking to the financial aid office, asking them if they're able to help you, what step you need to do, what process when it comes to finances that you need to work on. Just ask them all the questions because these people are there to listen. So don't leave any question. Like the tiniest question about asking them of how to get water on campus, you should ask them because those are super important questions. And ask them, how is their student body? Are they allowing students to have their voice on campus? Are they allowing students to speak on issues that really matters to them? Those are really important questions to ask. So just ask all the questions you can ask and don't be afraid to, and go visit the campus. Go see how they are like on campus. Go have a feel of the campus community and just kind of know what you're getting into as a college student.
Awesome. What a beautiful way to wrap up this student panel. Sorry, did someone want to add anything?
I was just gonna say, like, to everyone, don't feel away if you're not quite sure about what you want to study as yet, because I started as public health, and after introducing like chemistry, I'm like, this is not for me. So I switched up my sophomore year. So don't feel any way if you're not quite sure as yet. It's okay. You have 4 years. And you have different classes you can try out to figure out what suits you. So don't be afraid.
Good words of advice. So Anna, Karen, Tiana, and Abby, thank you so much for your time. To anyone who's still on the call, if you want to check out one of our academic showcases, tonight at 6 o'clock, log back on, go to our website and check out our biology session or a criminal justice session. You don't have to be a part of those majors just to listen. It'll kind of give you a sense of what our faculty like, what's a classroom like, what kind of opportunities are available. You're welcome to come back. You have about an hour break to maybe go grab a snack, but definitely come back to see us at 6 o'clock if you want to check out one of our academic showcases. My colleague Kirsch could put the link to the schedule in there, and you just click on the link and join us. If your question wasn't answered, my apologies, but you have some email addresses and contact information. Definitely email us your questions. Come for a campus tour. We want to see you. We want you to be a member of our community. So again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll hang out for a couple minutes for anyone who has any last minute questions, but have a good night, everyone.